Good morning, Guardians. The Hijabi Gamer here, and it is the first day of not Ramadan. Now, I just uploaded a video where I was soloing Challenge of the Elders, so I will be able to give you the bosses for Challenge of the Elders. I am not fasting, and so it's all cool. Anyway, as I said, I will be looking into starting. I'll probably go with Xbox this week, but anyway, that aside, for Destiny 1 on Sunday, I will see what time. I will post more in the community tab. A lot of people answered. Like I said, send me friend requests. I may not answer right away the friend request because I'm not on every console every day. I try to alternate, but I actually spend more time on Xbox. So if I don't immediately accept your friend request, it isn't because I'm not going to. Though, just don't do the close friend request thing. Just a friend request. I will accept it. Anyway, this week in Destiny 1, I was able to get on and let's see. So for Crucible, we have, what did I just do? Zone control, which I actually like zone control. I don't think this whole thing about it's a tactical exercise in reinforcing and defending acquired territory makes any sense. It just, no. But I do like zone control. 6v6 team objective, Treasure of Ages, and Legendary Marks 10. I have a whole bunch of Legendary Treasure of Ages boxes. I've been collecting them. So one of these days I'll make a whole video unboxing them. Maybe I'll wait until I have like 10. I have to clean things out because they'll end up in my Postmaster. So I'll have to do it in the tower. So that's the Crucible. It's zone control. Zone control is cool. I like zone control, but you probably won't be able to get into Crucible. Crucible is I did mention you can do private matches, and you can do private matches with Sparrow Racing League. So you go to private match and you go to like game options. And it's like, I think you have to change the map to fit the game type. You find the game type. There's a way to do it. So there's Sparrow Racing, and then you go with like Campus Martius, and you can pick the number of laps, the time of day, the enemy combatants. So you can do private matches with Sparrow Racing League. You can do Crucible private matches. So even though you can't get into Crucible really, you can do private matches. And the fact that you could do Sparrow Racing League, which is something not in Destiny 2, even if it is, and you can even go to a private match by yourself. So if you want to do Sparrow Racing by yourself, you can do Sparrow Racing by yourself. It's a great way to get the dead ghosts in the Crucible matches too, to create private matches for each one of the maps and picking up the ghosts. Because if you're trying to do it, it's really hard to locate those dead ghosts while a match is going on. They're not in Sparrow Racing League, they're in the other stuff. Anyway, that's how you do private matches. You go into Crucible. Then for the weekly story playlist, which I've said is the best way to farm legendary marks, you get 1 Treasure of Ages box. You get up to over 100 legendary marks. Just make sure you do not have, like I do, 200, which I did have 200 when I did a mission last week and I didn't get anything out of it. So keep in mind, once you reach 200 legendary marks, you can't get any more. The missions for this week are Mars and Venus. They do it in order of the release. So last week was Earth and the Moon. This week it's Mars and Venus. So it's all the missions related to Mars and Venus. Like, I love the ones in the Ishtar library. Those are fun because the ghost gets so excited about the Ishtar. I like those missions. But yeah, Mars and Venus. I miss Mars and Venus. Original Destiny Mars and Venus. In Destiny 2. Anyway, the modifiers are you're always going to get heroic, so enemies appear in greater numbers and are more aggressive. You get brawler, guardian melee damage is greatly increased. This includes the hunter's throwing knife, because the hunter's throwing knife is considered melee. And finally, juggler. No ammo drops for your equipped weapon, which is both good and bad. It's bad if you prefer a certain weapon. Like me, I tend to favor primary. On the other hand, the good thing about it is you're going to get more heavy ammo drops. So if you're using your primary weapon, you're going to get secondary ammo and heavy ammo. I've noticed every time juggler's in effect, I get more heavy ammo, but you have to alternate your weapons or you're going to run out of ammo. And the important thing to keep in mind is when juggler is in effect, the game won't give you ammo. Normally, if you completely run out of ammo, the game will suddenly give you ammo. But when juggler's in effect, it does not happen. You will find yourself without ammo. Because that's the whole point. It's that you need to juggle using your weapon so you don't end up without ammo. That's the challenge. So Mars and Venus are fun missions. I like the Mars and Venus where it goes like, this wizard came from the moon. Yeah. We've awoken the hive. Love those. Anyway, the Siva Crisis Heroic. You have Heroic. Because it's called Siva Crisis Heroic. Heroic enemies appear in greater numbers. Then you have Arc Burn. So you could usually use something like, say, Necrochasm. I don't have it with me. I love Necrochasm. Or Zalo Supercell. Those are great Arc primary weapons. Then you have Berserk. Minions of the Darkness won't flinch even after massive damage, which you'd be surprised how much that affects gameplay. I didn't think it did until I was facing Cabal. Normally the strategy against Cabal is to shoot him in the shoulder, then shoot him in the head, but because they flinch, so then they drop their shield. This is the real Cabal shields. You know, the ones that don't let you shoot through them. I mean, seriously, Red Legion, your shields suck. I'm sorry, but a Grineer with a piece of metal has a stronger shield than the Cabal. You know, they're fancy shields that expand. You know what? I would choose a Grineer piece of metal, which is more effective than those stupid Red Legion. I mean, I thought they were supposed to be the elite of the elite. The Red Legion. No, your shields suck. And in Destiny 1, they have the solid metal shield that you can't shoot through. And the strategy is to shoot them in like the shoulder, an area that's sticking out so they flinch. When Berserk is in effect, it doesn't happen. Then you have Brawler. Guardian melee damage is greatly increased. One of the great things about, you can sometimes get into groups. I have been able to, but at the same time, if you enjoy soloing things, then that's also great. So if you don't find yourself with a team, as someone who really enjoys soloing and prefers to solo, if I don't get a team, I'm not disappointed. Unless it's the one from the Rise of Iron Strike with the Priest and the Ogre. That's a totally different story. That one I don't like to solo. Anyway, Siva Crisis Heroic. Then we have the Weekly Nightfall Strike. The Weekly Nightfall Strike is Alakul the Darkblade. You know, the guy I got so excited about coming up in Destiny 2, the Witch Queen. Yes, Alakul the Darkblade. I think that was the second or the third Nightfall I ever soloed. Where is he? No, that's the Shield Brothers. This one, the Sunless Cell. I also call him Eris Morn's boyfriend. It's a joke. I'm not shipping them. I just joke around because the reason he ended up betraying Oryx was over a wizard, and Eris Morn tells him the story, and Ghost like, how romantic, but he's saying it sarcastically. But so I've always joked that the way Eris Morn survived on the moon was she had a boyfriend. But it's a joke. I am not shipping them. I do not genuinely think that Eris Morn had a relationship with Alakul. It's a joke. It's a joke, okay? So Alakul the Darkblade, it's the one that you drop down into the hole and it's dark. And then you have all those thrall. So let's see, what are the modifiers? Because if Arc Burn. So you have Epic. You always have Epic. Heavily shielded and highly aggressive enemies appear in greater numbers. Then you have Arc Burn. When I did it the first time solo, Arc Burn was in effect. And the Thrall do arc damage. I don't remember it, but I had a whole strategy I worked out on how to beat him. It involved I think I was running Night Stalker and going invisible. And I kept like my heavy ammo for the Thrall, because the Thrall do arc damage and they come after you. And then there's the popping Thrall. So yeah, that was so much fun. I might try it though. I don't know. We'll see. Then you have Ironclad. More enemies have shields. You have Airborne. Players deal more damage while in the air. And finally, Catapult. Grenade recharge rate is greatly increased. So, the only thing you really have against you is Epic and Arc Burn and Ironclad, I guess. But yeah, it's in the pitch black. It's the one you also do to get the exotic swords. Yeah. Have fun. Maybe we'll get to do it on Sunday. You know what? Maybe we'll get to do it on Sunday. I might try this week at some point because I'm no longer fasting to practice it. So I'll be prepared. And you know what? Xbox, anyone want to do the Vanguard Nightfall? Comment down below. As I said, send me friend requests. We'll see if we could run it a couple of times and people can get the Nightfall done on Sunday. What do you say? Well, let me know what you think. Would you like to do that? Have a couple people do the Nightfall. We run a couple of teams where we do Nightfall. Let me know. Anybody wants to play Xbox on Sunday? Because I think I'm going to start with Xbox. Anyway, that's the Nightfall for this week. Now, as you can see, I did finish Challenge of the Elders. And if you look at my card over here, I got 36,200. So the bosses for Challenge of the Elders are The first one is Psylocke the Defiled. This is the Taken Hive. Now, wait, let me first give you the modifier so you can understand. You're dealing with precision kill bonus, which for me is what makes it a piece of cake. I love precision kill bonus. And one thing to keep in mind is if you're a hunter, I've said this every single time, if you're a hunter, knife juggler, precision kills with throwing knife immediately reset its cooldown. In Challenge of the Elders, you get melee kill points. So if you get a precision kill, you get points for that, but you also get melee kill points. And Solar Burn is one of the modifiers in Challenge of the Elders. So you will one-shot enemies with your throwing knife, and you will get more points for it. So focus on that. I did a lot of melee kills with my throwing knife. Knife Juggler is one of the best options for the hunter, gunslinger. I always have it in effect, just because every precision kill will reset it. So you can have your knife throw constant. Just keep in mind, the shanks, I have a little fluffy shank, actually. I got this from some kind of Destiny box. The shanks do not count as a precision kill. So do not waste your throwing knife on the shanks. Use it on everything else, because there is a fallen enemy. I'll explain. So, Challenge of the Elders, you have precision kill bonus, exposure, and solar burn. The best thing to use against exposure, which is what I was using, is Red Death, because each kill heals you and speeds up reload. So it is great. I was able to get a ton of precision kills with Red Death, get my health back, and I alternated between using Red Death, using my solar secondary, and using melee kills with my throwing knife. And I easily, at the end, I just killed him. I could have probably gone, I think, at least another round of reinforcements, but I was like, you know what, I've already passed the 30,000 required, which is the other thing to keep in mind. The goal for Challenge of the Elders is to get 30,000 points, because then you will get a gun from Varix, and then a cumulative score of 90,000, and you will get a piece of armor. So I got 36,000, so Varix gave me a gun for that, and increase your standing. I actually increased my rank by 1. So easy peasy. The bosses, right? Sorry, the bosses. The bosses first are Psylocke the Defiled. Psylocke is the Taken Hive. Keep in mind, this is the hive that shoots liquid flame, so you need to avoid that, because the solar burn, yeah. I used a solar fusion rifle against the hive wizards, and they were pretty easy after that. The second is Noruisk, Servant of Oryx. That's the Taken Cabal. Just keep your ear out for the axiom darts, and be careful with the shield guys. I made sure I used my heavy primarily against the shield guys, and used my solar golden gun, because the amount of damage my golden gun did with the Celestial Nighthawk was amazing. It just blew through bosses. So my super would come up, and like I said, I got the point. So second is the Cabal Taken, Noruisk, Servant of Oryx, and the third is the Pilot Servitor of a War-wrecked Fallen Ketch. Again, piece of cake. Just watch out for the grenades he drops, because they will one-shot. At least if you're a hunter, they can one-shot kill you. I actually once beat the Pilot Servitor, and he dropped his grenades right as he was dying, and one of them basically killed me, and I had to do it all over again. But he's a easy boss. If you go through the tunnels along the side, the Fallen will come at you. You could just shoot them or knife throw them. And as I said, keep in mind the shanks do not count as precision kills. Don't waste your knife on them. And he likes to hide sometimes. Sometimes it's hard to find him. But it was a piece of cake. I easily made the 36,000. I probably could have gotten even higher if I'd really wanted to. So yeah, nice week. I might do it again a few times, because it was just nice and easy. And the cat's going for the cat treats. I gotta stop her. Anyway, and the raid this week is Golgoroth Challenge, Oryx Challenge, War Priest Challenge. So that would mean King's Fall. I will make sure this week to look into the King's Fall raid. So if anybody wants to do the King's Fall raid, I am completely out of practice. I am warning you, if we do the King's Fall raid on Sunday, I am completely out of practice. I have not done this raid in years, and I only got up to Oryx because then my fire team chickened out on me and they left and we never beat Oryx. But I will go over the raid during the week, watch what's his name's videos about it. Also, Lord Tachimi, I will look into the raid for the new Destiny 2 raid for the Witch Queen and learn how to do that this week as well. So I'm prepared for Saturday when I'll be playing Destiny 2. And I will finish Viso's amazing adventure where he earns his Xmas mark. Anyway, thank you for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, share this with other Destiny players. I hope it was helpful. If I'm missing anything, like I said, I'm always eager to know what else do you want me to add to these videos. I'm just making them for you, so I can help other Destiny players. And I hope to see you in the tower. Hopefully this Sunday. It'll be awesome.